am so excited to bring you my newest craft. I'm just so super excited about this one because I love the way it came out. I call it my little Christmas shadow box, and I made it with all items from the Dollar Tree. Even the little color changing tree that you see there came from the Dollar Tree as well. So stick around for the rest of the video and I'll show you how to make one. Alrighty, so let's get started with this craft. What you're going to need is, of course, one of these, or a handful of these little aluminum tin type boxes from the Dollar Tree that has the clear snap-on lid. You're also going to need a 2-pack of the gift boxes. Of course, they only come in a 2-pack. So a pack of the gift boxes with the scene on it that you like. I use this one, and I apologize because I had to redo this video, so I already had this craft like halfway done before I had to start over again. But I chose this gift box just because I really liked this tree background. So you're going to need that. You need some scissors. Let's see, you're also going to need a pack of these LED lights. You're going to need a box cutter or an X-Acto knife, a hot glue gun, one of these little light up LED trees from the Dollar Tree. My store had a ton of these up near the front door. You're also going to need this little snowman guy. This is a salt or pepper shaker. I also got him from the Dollar Tree. They come in a 2-pack. I'm not happy with these 2 holes here. So I do have some black paint, and I'm going to take a little bit of that paint and put it inside the holes to try to cover up that whiteness there. But what I did here is I took my X-Acto knife and I cut a hole in the back of my container here, right near the bottom. This is where I'm going to feed my lights through, okay, so that the battery pack can stay out here. I'm then going to use Velcro to Velcro the battery pack to the back of this so that, you know, you don't have to keep taking the lid off of it to turn the lights on and off. I did have a spool of this painter's tape. This came from Lowe's or Home Depot. You can even get it at Walmart, but use whatever tape you have just as a safety precaution. I kind of put it around the opening here so that, you know, nobody's going to cut their finger, because once you cut this hole in the back of this right here, it is going to be pretty sharp, okay? So just cover that with a piece of tape. Then what I did is I picked out a place on my gift box with the scene that I wanted on it, and I really adore this scene right here. I then took the lid and I laid it down onto the gift box and I traced around it. Now, of course, that was a little too big to fit down inside of the box here, so I just kept trimming the edges until I got it to fit down inside the box just like this, okay? And don't worry about if your tape is showing here, because you're not going to see that in the finished product. So now we need to cut a hole into your paper gift box, you know, whatever you put in here. So just make sure that it fits in the back, and then turn it over and just draw around the hole there with a pen. Okay, and then let's pop that back out, and then I'm going to cut right there. You don't want this to be huge because, you know, you don't want to be able to see that from the front. But I'm going to go ahead and put in some hot glue here and glue it down. Make sure you get glue in your corners. Then I'm just going to go ahead and place it in there and glue it down, just like that. Now, a word of advice here, you really do need to use a low temp glue gun for this, okay? You really do, because we're going to be using hot glue on the lights here. And if you use a really high temp glue gun, you're going to risk burning through the plastic on your light wires, and that's not going to be good, okay? You don't want that to happen. So please use a low temp glue gun. If you have a craft store near you, I highly recommend getting the glue dots, like in the scrapbooking section, to put your lights in here, okay? Anything to keep from damaging these wires, okay? So I'm just going to be using tiny little dots of glue, you know, so that I can try to avoid, you know, burning through my wires. Okay, so let's see, what am I going to do next? I'm just going to set this to the side to let the glue kind of set up, because it's not set up yet. And then I'm going to take just a bit of my black paint here, if I can get the lid off. And I'm just going to go inside little snowman's hat here cover up that white right there. Just like that. Haha. Fixed that. Okay. You could use a Sharpie, you know, if you want to use this type of little snowman. They also had like a Santa and a Mrs. Claus. God, now I've got paint all over myself. You see that? Oh, well. And I got it on my snowman. Jeez. Oh, well, let's get that off. Okay. So just whichever one you want to use. You could use a Sharpie, you know, to color in the holes there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I want to start putting my lights in. And I'm going to feed them through the back, just like this. Carefully. Carefully. Ah! Well, I said carefully. Okay, now the way I put my lights in is there's a ridge, if you can see that. There's a ridge on the inside of the box, like right here where the lid snaps down onto. But that little ridge is excellent for placing your lights in. Just run your lights around that ridge, and it kind of works as a guideline. So all I'm going to do here, oh, this is such an odd angle. I'm going to put my X-Acto knife box right here, see if that'll help prop it up. I'm just going to put a tiny little dot of glue right in that ridge, and I'm going to stick my light down. Just like that, okay? Can y'all see that? Just like that. Like I said, please use a low temp glue gun for this. We'll put another little dot and just work the wires. Work the wires all the way around. Just keep going until you run out of lights. Okay, you'll get almost 2 whole passes before you run out of lights. So just keep gluing your lights down in the little ridge. And don't worry about seeing it from the front of the box, because once you get the lid on, you see there's a lip. There's a lip that goes around the edge of the lid. You're not going to see the glue. You're not going to see the wires. You're not really going to see the lights. So don't worry about that too much. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish gluing my lights all the way around the inside of the box. I'm going to pause the video here and meet you guys back here just in a minute or so. Alrighty, I have my lights glued all the way around. Like I said, this is not going to be perfect. Just do the best you can here, okay? I've got my lights glued down. I'm going to move this box out of the way. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to glue my tree in, of course, because you need to be able to take it in and out to turn it on and off. But I am going to glue my little snowman down because he's pretty heavy. And like if one of your kids picks this thing up and gets the lid off and Mr. Snowman falls out, he is glass, he will break, okay? So I'm just going to err on the side of caution here. And I'm going to put a big old blob of hot glue on his little snowman bottom. And then I'm going to glue him down in the bottom of my box. Okay? And just like this. There we go. Stay in there, snowman. There we are. Okay. Okay. Just give him a second or two to really adhere to the bottom. Now there are a couple different things that you can use for the snow in the bottom of this. You can use this white stuff that I have here that I'm using as a backdrop, sort of. I really only used this to keep the box from banging on the table and making racket that would get on y'all's nerves. So I tried to avoid that. This is like I forgot the name of it, like a snow table drop that came from the Dollar Tree. You can cram that in there and use that as snow. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a little bit of this polyester fiber fill because I do make a lot of stuffed animals and a lot of dolls. So I have a ton of this stuff on hand and it's all fluffy and it kind of looks like snow. So, except for that little black speck. And sometimes you'll have like little specks in it because this is polyester. So I think I'm just going to use a little bit of that for my snow. I'm just going to stick some in there. you can, let me see if I can lean this back so y'all can see. There we are. Okay, I'm just going to use a little bit. Like I said, don't glue your tree down. This tree, actually, once you put a little bit of snow or whatever you want in the bottom and put it in the box, the very top of it is almost going to touch the top of your box here. So it's going to kind of, you know, wedge itself in there so it won't really topple over. Okay, I'll put that there. And then I'm going to, let's turn my tree on. Ooh, there we are. Okay, see how it's hitting the top there? The tree is going to wedge itself in, so don't worry about it falling over. And then I'm going to put just a little bit there in front of Mr. Snowman. I need something to hang here. You know, I ought to see if I have like a little tiny snowflake or something. A snowflake hanging down would be really cute. And I'm looking around to see if I have anything. I don't have anything handy. Like a little snowflake ornament or something, you know, hanging down from the very top here. That would be insanely cute. But I don't have one at the moment. I might find one here in a second. I'll run back to the Dollar Tree and hang one down from the top. That would be a really good idea. Or let's see. You know what? I have some of these snowflake rhinestone things that came from the Dollar Tree. I bet you could put them back to back like this. I do have some clear thread. You could glue them back to back so they would hang down. That would be cute. And I might do that here in a little bit. But for now, I'm going to call this done. I'm going to put the lid on it. And there is your Dollar Tree shadow box. Hold on one second. I'm going to get up and I'm going to turn the light out so that y'all can see what it looks like with the lights off. See? There we go. Ooh, that is pretty. Pretty, pretty. It looks a lot brighter than when it's showing up on my camera. But oh yeah, and the little tree changes color. I forgot to tell y'all that, but yeah, the tree changes color. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to make one of these for each one of my kids and put it in their rooms kind of like as a night light. But there you go. I'm going to turn the light back on now. Alrighty. And then I do not have the back on this battery pack because I'm getting ready to take the batteries back out and put it back in my Xbox controller. But I'm also going to take a piece of Velcro and I'm going to stick it to the back like that so it's not flopping around. But there you go. There's your shadow box. I'm just absolutely thrilled actually with the background that I found on that gift box. But there we are. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if I was a bit long-winded, but I was just really thrilled with this craft when I got hold of everything to make it. If you would, please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up on this video. It just shows appreciation for my work, and it also gives me the motivation to keep more awesome videos coming. If you would, please check me out on my website and Facebook, the links to both of which are in the description box down below. And I look forward to seeing y'all next time. Bye!